For a long time, I didn't know whether I wanted to be a mom. Not because I genuinely didn't want to, but because I was terrified I wouldn't be good at it or that I'd be forced to choose between having a fulfilling, successful career and being a good parent, that I couldn't have both. My partner and I talked about having children, and it was in the cards for us. But when I found out I was pregnant, it was definitely ahead of schedule. It was in the middle of my PhD, and I went from planning the steps to land a tenure track job at a university to planning my mat leave. There are a few important parts of my mom's story that I'd want people to know about. I had to navigate infidelity, financial struggles, and eventually a separation and divorce in the past 4 years. I never imagined a world in which I wasn't tucking my kid into bed every single night, and the guilt and sadness of not having him in our home 100% of the time is something I'm still grappling with. However, I'm grateful to have a relatively good co parenting relationship that's aligned on values, education, healthcare, and putting our kid first. I really lucked out in that way. I also had to reframe my mom's story and find myself again after my divorce. What was I going to do with that 40 to 50% of the time that I didn't have my son? What would my life look like on days when I wasn't on call to be a mom? The answer to that is changing all the time as I grow and my son gets older. But for now, I consider the off days to be time that I use to invest in my well being, growth, and rest. I try to think of myself as a whole person who would need care and love and support even if I wasn't a parent. And that's the best thing I can do for my kid is to take great care of myself and be a fully fleshed out human being with my own passions, interests, goals, and dreams that are completely apart from being a parent. I think it's important for him to see me as my own person in that way because when he gets older, I want him to reach for that breadth and depth of humanity for himself and to support it in the people he loves, like future partners, friends, colleagues, maybe even children. I also want to send a huge shout out to some of the people who have made my mom's story possible. My sister, who is child free by choice, but has been essentially a third co parent throughout much of my child's life. She's supported me and my son in more ways than I can count, and she and my son are best friends and partners in crime. My mom, my ex partner's family, especially his aunt and grandmother, and the community of honorary aunts and uncles, AKA our dear friends, are the lifeline that have allowed me to survive and thrive as a parent. It truly takes a village. Before my son, I measured my value as a person by how much work I could produce, what awards and grants I could win, and what others thought of me and my work. Once I recognized and accepted what would be required of me to be the kind of parent I dreamed of being, I recognized that my desire to be a good mom to my son was valuable in and of itself. I also started working on not looking for outside validation. I still sought out information, but I tried not to measure my success as a parent by other people's standards. That's definitely still a work in progress, but my God, I feel like I've come so far. Investing the time and energy I have into getting to know my son as a person, listening to other people's experiences and parenting stories, and deciding what my goals are when it comes to my relationship with my kid, it's been the best work I've ever done. It really is my life's work now to be as healthy, happy, and well rounded a person I can be in ways that aren't measured by productivity or money or someone else's standards. If my child is safe, supported, trusts me, and feels free to grow into whatever kind of person he wants to be, I'm going to consider my life to be a successful one. And I think that mindset has helped me approach other areas of my life differently. Romantic relationships, friendships, my working life, my education, my hobbies and interests. Value and success is something you have to decide for yourself. I'm proud to be a mom because of the lessons it taught me about what it means to be kind, generous, and make meaning in the world and in my community. And obviously, I'm proud as hell of my kid. I always tell him that even if he wasn't my kid, I'd want to hang out with him and would like him a ton. He's hilarious, has a gentle soul, cares about others, has boundless curiosity, and shares his interests and passions with everyone around him. He's also imperfect, as all humans are, and watching him navigate challenges and struggles in his own way with the support of his parents, family, and community of caregivers makes me really proud of the life he's making for himself and the person he's growing into.